Hi guys, welcome back to YILDIZ Readings 5D. For those of you that don't know, I am a psychic medium. I cover your astrology by zodiac sign, twin flame path, live every Friday, so please click the bell. If you do need a booking, you can go to the box directly below and it has all the information that is relevant. And if you want the content ahead of time, as well as a private twin flame coaching room, the pre-release content and the extension videos, they're all on the main page, and information again is below. Without further ado, let's have a look at your zodiac sign and what can be coming up for it. Otherwise, I will see you during the week for all the lives here at YILDIZ Readings 5D. Take care, guys. Cancer, welcome back. We are here to do your psychic read for this point in time. I have pulled the cards and I've sat with the energy, and yours is looking very interesting. Now, I do feel a lot of you could have this, really working hard this month. You have the sacral chakra. This is lots of passionate energy, especially relating to romantic partnerships. And this can be higher and lower octane, and there's a few messages coming through psychically. I do feel between your past, your present, and your future, you're doing a 360. Ultimately speaking, I'm feeling as though some information might be coming to a head. And what do I mean by that? It feels as though some of these downloads psychically that you're getting, you're really doing a lot of regressive work, especially if you're alone and you're working, you're having that time to really think about things. It is potentially because you have the North Node on your 12th house, which means psychologically you can be really, doing some audits when it does come to your mindset and how you felt to do with things, how your daily routine is directly affecting you, and also anything relating to lineage and family by the cards that are coming through now. I do feel you're having these passions, and you're really focused in on your career, your love life, and where you want to be. But these delayed emotions are coming up, and it can be an old circumstance playing out, and you're kind of looking at it going, no, I don't think so, to the left. I'm going to pull 3 cards on that area. But it is asking you to be ready, okay? Be ready for it, because there is something from the past coming back. And this could be a person that did you wrong. But I don't feel this is, how do I put it? Obviously, because I read for twin flames, sometimes it's twin flamey. And I do feel for some of you it is relating to that. This can be a person linked to your twin who betrayed them. I don't feel it's between the two energies. I do feel it's a separate energy. I do feel that's coming out for a review. Now, the consistency and the consolidation of these things is more the emotional body of things from the past coming back, and then us having to directly look at our shadow. Inside of that shadow, I feel a lot of you are having revelations where you were manipulated, where potentially you didn't own your power, and I do feel the correction is there. I feel you're achieving things, you're working through things, but there can be some melancholia and an acceptance factor of what didn't work in your life, and I feel you guys are coming to terms with that. I also feel there can be old delayed emotions relating to jealousy coming up. And this doesn't have to be that you're exhibiting jealousy. It could be somebody is projecting directly to you and you're understanding where that wound comes from. But I do feel you're linking the dots to jealousy and control. And you're kind of looking at that shadow energy. I really feel it's almost like a viewpoint you're taking, and the direct action you're taking, there can be extremities, and you might have a push-pull dynamic going on between what you're directly doing in your own life and your love life, and trying to balance that can be a little bit testing. Now, I do feel some of these things are coming up for a test. And what do I mean by that? Aries and Chiron puts us under the microscope to come to terms with these wounds. And after we had the full moon in Scorpio, a lot of these reveals were emotions that were hidden from us. I really feel in the first half of the month you're doing such, and then as you move further, it's the integration and the growth, and it's like, okay, where do I go from here? What do I do? This can be a lot of lineage coming up, and I do feel some of you could have inheritances that you're looking at, but it's also more so your legacy. You want to stand for something. You want to have something to give. You're looking at your direct foundation, and you could be really in overdrive, working extremely hard and looking at the requirement to create some sense of balance in your life. But I feel you're doing this more on purpose than its addictive tendencies or anything to that degree. If the emotions are coming up and it's becoming problematic, yes, some can fall back into that, but I'm feeling it's more you're looking at a situation that was purely imbalanced and you're coming to terms with it. That's really how it's coming through, because number one, what you are moving towards is love, but it's more the self-love and then moving into the union of love, of where you feel home is, what you need to correct, be it you're in the connection or not. You want to be in a connection that is able to weather the storms as well as have the emotional integrity. And I do feel, you're happy to deal with the conflicts and work through it with the correct individuals. Now, many of you will be looking at work, and if it's imbalanced at work, you'll be looking at, okay, what is the give and take in this? I don't want to directly be manipulated. Not everything is money. You do know that you're wanting those tactile goods from a Venus perspective, but you also want to look at it from a very practical point of view, which is naturally going to come through in your demeanor this month, for the success. Something that's feasible, something that's going to have success, and it's very goal orientated. But I do see a lot of psychology coming up and a lot of passion. Now, for some of you, a lot of delayed emotions can come up, even relating to your true love. And I think with this, it can be deep with passion and love, and it does really feel that. I'm going to pull a card for them. It's kind of giving me butterflies, guys. Yeah. A lot of duality. A lot of clarifying, a lot of passion. You could be seeing this person in a different light all of a sudden, but I do feel you're really also looking at the past and not understanding that, it is the past. You've moved through that, and what it did was actually take you down to the lowest realms, to the underland, so to speak. One could say hell. To move you into your empowerment. And empowerment doesn't have to be aggressive. I think initially to learn that, you could have felt quite isolated. Shadow work is always done really in the privacy of our own soul. So even if we're in front of a spiritualist, a healer, or anything to that degree, it's always done at a very personal level, depending on how quick we can go through that wound, right? So the clarity of mind is really giving you peace of mind. Now, what you are going to celebrate, and some of you, this can be a celebration season moving forward, I do feel this is a new birth for you. And I do feel the new version of you coming through this month is going to be very, very different. I really don't feel this to be a negative thing. I see you looking at your foundation and letting go of things. And you could have very interesting emotions, unresolved emotions coming up, truth being coming up, and big conversations wanting to come through. I do feel a lot of you are being very protective of your nearest and dearest, but I also see you needing to have some time to integrate. And this time is, look, I'm in my truth. I know what I want. I'm going to get back on my scarred path. And you guys really are on the right path. Mars and Cancer can be difficult, but I feel many of you are just going to feel like you have too much on your plate. But I do feel you're very goal orientated this month, and it's almost like you're going to make this happen. Now, all the hard work you're putting into love, into where you want to be, or to coming to terms with things, is putting you back on this scarred path. And the clarity and the emotions that are coming up, you're looking at it very realistically. In the past, you feel things weren't successful. It was due to circumstances. It may have been due to a family-related dynamic. This might have moved you into not feeling that you could be stable inside of connections. But I feel after this and during this, I really do feel this showed you how to look at it from a different perspective. And I think it almost like there's two to tango. It made you move into disbelieving. And going into your shadow energy, and through that it's shone clarity onto, no, sometimes it's not necessarily that it's at the right time or with the right people. it's as we integrate and understand self-worth, we know everything we're worth comes directly close to us. Overall, I'm seeing you be excited and passionate, and it's almost like whatever this is, going from a lack of consistency to consistency, it's pushing you in the direction of love. We're going to get into that in the clarifiers. If you do want to join us in the extension, stay tuned for the small snippet, which will give you an overview of what's inside the extension read in the Members Hub. The link is directly below. Let's have a look. Okay, big revelations in relation to love. What's coming up? Definitely mind, body, soul is showing. A decision is going to be made in love. Thanks for joining us here at YILDIZ Readings 5D. If you do vibe the tribe, please come along and subscribe. If you do want the content and the extension read or a booking, all the information is directly below. If you have any issues, feel free to message me via YouTube and I can give you a hand. The pre-release content, both for the Twin Flame Coaching Room, the pre-released and the extension reads, like I mentioned, are in the Members Hub, and I am live here every Friday. So if you do have a super chat question, you can come along and join us. Otherwise, stay tuned for next week's updates. I love to read all your feedback and comments, so please do remember to comment if you feel this video is relevant. See you during the week, guys. Take care.